Hello, ladies and gentlemen. We're back in Ground of Aces, our wonderful little World War II base building game. Hope you're having a great day today. I've had a chance. I've let all the other videos post. I've had a chance now to read some of your comments. And great enthusiasm for the series. Thank you so much for that. Got a couple of things I'd like to try with you. The first is I had somebody say that the reason why I can't place anything here is because it's marked as a safe zone. It's marked as a safe zone like in a previous recording. So that's an interesting idea. I wanted to take a look at it, but I don't see any indication that it's a safe zone. If I go over to my safe zones, if I was to mark a safety zone, it looks like it actually gives me some kind of UI that shows that it's a safe zone, right? And I can expand the existing zone like that. So, and it doesn't show that here. And if I'm going to be doing it, then I'm going to have to go like all the way like this and just say no zones here, right? There's no zones, okay? Now, if that's the case, I should be able to place something here, but I can't. Something is still blocking this area. I cannot place a medium parking space. There's a very small place here, remember, where I can place a small, but I can't do it where I want to do it, which is over here closer to, you know, where the shelter is. So there's just something weird going on here still. Unclear. Second thing I want to talk about is this plane. So I've been reading this wrong. Thanks for correcting me. Appreciate it. I've been reading this wrong. I was using these symbols as an indicator for the runway size because I see these and I know that I have these parking spots are all small. So I'm just associating this symbol with the size of the parking space. And that is not how this works. And it's probably obvious to a lot of you guys. Remember, my previous experience with this game is that one single demo video that I made for you before I got this, you know, I got it unleashed and I don't have demo restrictions. And that's all I have. It's just that video. I didn't play it beyond that video. So I don't have the experience that a lot of you guys do. It's mostly, this is like a blind, right? I'm playing blind. But the Bristol Bowfighter here, it says size 1, it says a size 2 parking space. This is where you see the size of the parking space. And I didn't see that. So this right here is the Bristol Blenheim model. And so if I go over to the Bristol Blenheim model, we'll see that it needs a tier 2 runway and a tier 2 parking space. So this isn't the parking space for this plane. This will get fixed because we're going to make a medium parking space. Okay, we're going to make one, but we don't need a large parking space yet. We don't have a large plane yet. We're going to get one later, but we don't have it yet. So for now, this plane can just use this one. And then when we get another one, I'll probably place it right here. Then we can go from there. Third thing, before we start using a ton of metal, I need to start making ammunition for the AA gun. I assumed when I got this that... Oh, hang on. No, I have time. I assumed when I got this that it came with some ammunition. It apparently does not. You have to make it all from scratch. And that's the canning station. All right, so we'll get that done. I'd like to do a different canning station, but I understand. So tell you what we'll do is we can until we have up to 50. And I'm going to go ahead and pull that down because we basically have meals instead. So we have 10 simple medicine, machinery, luxury goods. Where is my food? So food is here. We have 124 of it. I'm not seeing any meals, which is very weird because I have like 2 functional kitchens. So I should have meals all the time, but I don't have meals. So we're apparently not making enough of them. So, but anyway, instead of canning them to make food rations, we're going to have this instead make the gun, make the stuff. So let's go and say produce until the base has 30, let's say. So we're going to use this to make our ammunition for the gun. Now, in the meantime, I would like to set up a more formal place for us to do that. So I'm going to have construction begin on just a really simple tarp building that is going to be located, I guess, maybe like right here. It's a pretty simple thing. I think maybe like right here is fine. And we're going to have a door situated there. That's good. And then we can have windows all along this edge there. That seems pretty solid. I like that. Let's have the floor be put in. Again, tarp. And the roof can be that's tarp as well. Okay, and then we're just going to end up having this be ammunition storage as well as a place for us to create more. We'll have another canning station in there. Before we get going with this and starting the day, I do not have pilots on this. I think initially I did. I don't remember how the videos went. It's been over a week since I played this game myself on my end. But I think initially I had pilots on this, but I've switched it to crew members. This has been this way for a couple videos at least, or at least one video. We've had crew members on there instead. That said, if I don't have any ammunition, I don't think there's a reason to station them there, right? If we can't shoot it, there's no reason for people to be on it. That's my 2 cents on it. So until we get ammunition, I'm going to leave people off of it because I think that if we sound the alarm and they come out here to man this gun and there is no ammunition, I basically now just have people sitting out in the open for the planes to shoot them. So I'd rather that not be the case. I'd rather them be undercover, even if it's tarp. I'd rather them be undercover. These guys just refuse to build this bed. I don't understand. They just won't do it. There's nothing I can do to change their mind. I'm going to destroy this bed. This whole area is going to get destroyed. And that's going to, they just won't build this bed. I'm going to cancel the bed there and try to make it again, I guess. We'll go sleeping bed. Make a brand new bed, please. Yep, there too. Also, same thing with this floor. They just won't make it. There's plenty of planks. They just won't make it. So if I don't make any more parking spaces for planes and all these types of things, then the planks should be dedicated to that task, hopefully. Next thing to respond to has to do with these missions. And you're totally right. It makes sense, which is why I've waited till morning now. We have a mission here to go on a combat mission. We're going to send some people out there. 15 to 50 is the requirements. 3, dangerous, right? 40 fuel requirements. What I was doing before, an excellent observation, definitely going to change, is that I just send the pilots as fast as possible because I want them back. The idea in my head was I want them back here in case there's another mission. Well, they need to sleep, okay? You can't just keep people up awake all day, working and doing random labor stuff, and then not give them sleep. So sleep time. They've had sleep time now. And I can send them on a mission now because they're better rested now. Yeah, high energy. See, very good. And then let's send Duncan. I don't really want to send the Bristol Blenheim if I can avoid it, but like if it gives me 100% with the one plane, 99%, like 99% is pretty good. But this takes more crew, and that means more people. Like I want people to be here. So instead of that, we're gonna send. I can get away with 98 with just one more Gladiator, but I can send 2 and guarantee success. Isn't 98 basically a guarantee of success? Isn't it? Isn't it though? Isn't it? Start the mission. I like to live dangerously. Every mission should have some chance of failure, right? Anyway, so those 2 planes are going to head out here. The Spitfire is going to go as well under the hangar. I'm so glad the hangar is working finally. I figured it out. It's not quite what I wanted, but it'll do. Okay, so the other comments was about pilots doing manual labor on the base. I still don't see anything wrong with this. The priority system, the way it works, is that everything from the left is prioritized first, and it moves to the right, which means if they have some plane maintenance to do, they will do that first. If there's nothing left to do for plane maintenance, then they will begin doing crafting and repair work. And if there's nothing left to craft or repair, then they can do general labor. That's generally how this whole priority system works. If I don't like that, I can make changes to how the priority system works up here. So if I want to, for example, let's say I don't want these guys to be running all over the base. I want them to just be crafting things. They're not going to do general labor stuff. They're not going to do logistical stuff. They'll just craft. These guys right here are set that way. They're only going to build. If there's nothing to build, then they don't do anything. And it's a waste. They're labor. They're going to eat the food. They're going to do all these things, but they're not going to do anything on the base, right? And that's kind of how that's set up. Some of them are crafting like that. Others are on a building. Sorry, the planes were very loud and I got distracted. In any case, all good comments. Very nice. The fuel. I like this. I like having 3 of these tanks. It's nice. Passive fuel generation is wonderful. We have 30 fuel in the tanks now, so that's great. I'm kind of feeling like as we expand and get more hangars out this way, though, I'm kind of feeling like the fuel should move with it. Like maybe this whole assortment here should not be here, but rather should be kind of in this area. Maybe this concrete area ends up being where our fuel depot is. Because then all the planes, you know, the fuel is centrally located when they're trying to refuel them. I feel like that's the best way to go. I really wish you guys would have focused on the building that was already existing. Kind of wish I could prioritize that project for you. I can click on an individual person and tell them to bring resources specifically for that project, right? That's not immediately obvious because I'd love to be able to, you know, select more than one person. Also, they got this real glitchy... Yeah, what's going on there? Everyone just kind of stops and does the moonwalk for a bit. Every once in a while. But yeah, if I want them to bring these things, I'm going to have to tell them to do it. I guess manually. So let them bring all these resources. Hopefully we get that done. You there. Instead of chilling, bring resources for the bed. That bed needs to be built, okay? Also, this bed. Somebody come over here, bring the resources so that we can build it. Mission is complete. Let's see the log really quick. Squadron was spotted, engaging head on. Squad successfully shot down. They never stood a chance. Very good. So now these guys can come on back for some leisure time after the mission. I like it. Just like the high-pitched sound. So the roof's not quite done. There we go. There we go. Okay, now with that done, we need to get additional sleeping quarters, right? So with that done, I want more beds. So we need to go 1, 2, 3. Again, I probably could put these all next to each other. I probably could. I was just trying not to. Like, I don't know. I just didn't want to do that. But the other way, ways to do it is, well, if the freaking weeds weren't down there. But I can always place the beds like this too. So there's 5 in this house, for example. We could do that. It's okay. I just need more beds for these guys. They deserve it. So canning station. We're going to place another canning station in here. I think it doesn't really matter where, so we can just place it right. Maybe on the edge over here. Yeah, I like it. Maybe right here, and then we can replace this with a door here. Yeah, so now you can enter in from this side with the resources and everything. And then inside here, we'll have a storage. We can start right there. That's fine. This storage is going to store our anti-air ammo. Okay. So anti-air ammo comes right here. And we'll have that be high priority. So when we create ammo, it's right next to the gun. I like it. If we can actually make it, I like it. I do see this guy is... He does appear to be operating the canning station. That's nice. Assemble. Yep, there it goes. So he is making some ammunition. So if we can get some... I'm not sure how much we have. Looks like we have 20. Okay, good. So if we have 20 anti-air ammo, then it might be worth having somebody out here. If we have ammo. I don't know if it's actually loaded, though. So I need to see it loaded. Maybe the people who are stationed on it are... Oh, maybe that. Okay. If they don't load it, then I don't want them stationed on it. But if I tell them to be stationed on it now, let's say I choose Ian and Owen and Brian Walsh. Let's have those 3. Okay. I'll have you 3 in charge of the gun. Maybe now that ammo exists, you'll come over and load it. And maybe I can actually have someone specifically told to do it. Yes. No, not require. I want... no, I want you to load the gun. Ian Reed's waiting. They're all just waiting. Why would they be waiting? Let's take a look. So Neil Bates, waiting. Neil Bates. Well, he's been told to build and do airplane maintenance. But since none of those things are needed, what do I do? Right? That's it. He's got nothing to do. So I can tell him to craft things. If I do that, they should spring to life if it was work time, which it is work time. They should spring to life and do something now. Interesting that they're not doing it. Ian Reed. I can't tell you to go to the canning station. Yeah, they're just kind of standing around doing nothing, aren't they? A whole lot of it. And there's a lot of food in the tent. They're just eating regular food, though. They're not actually eating the meals. We're not preparing meals for some reason. It's got to be like a raw water thing, right? So that's something else that somebody said, is that I'm out of raw water. And it's like, yes, because we're using it. We're making fuel with it. We're making purified water with it. But you need raw water for cooking. This takes time to refill, as does this. So, yeah, I guess I need more. That's what you're saying. So cool. Well, we're gonna have raw water here. We've been telling him to harvest it, but I have to do it every single time. I have to say go out there and harvest it, and that's not great. So let's say I want another well. Oh, stop. Pause. Pause. Okay, now again, do we have ammunition in this gun? I don't know if we actually have it loaded. We have anti-air ammo, but I don't think it's loaded. There is an anti-air ammo here. So if I tell them the alert and I want them to go get the ammo. Oh, shoot. I sped up time right at the worst moment there. Just, okay, did anyone die? Is everyone okay? Is everyone fine? Everyone's taking cover? Okay. Yep, taking cover. But now we have people on the gun, and I'm assuming they have ammunition. It kind of visually looks like they do. So I'm going to assume that if when the threat's gone, maybe they'll go away, but yeah, okay. Okay, so I think the gun is loaded. It's a little hard to tell because there's no visual indication on the UI that there is indeed ammunition loaded here. But I can see a stack of 10 out of 50 here, and we supposedly have 30 of it. So we'll see. Either way, though, that's the airstrike, and it doesn't look like to have done much damage other than, take out a wall here, which I can replace pretty easily, unless I want to turn it into a door, which would be convenient. Hey, how about we just have a door here? Yeah, that's fine. Let's replace this and make this a door instead. No? You don't want to do it? There it goes. We'll make it a door instead. It's right across from the other door. Yeah. That's good. Right across from the other door is already good. Actually, maybe we'll just do it on this side too. There we go. Listen to their snoring. Almost sounds mechanical. All right, let's speed up time really quick here. Now we have 8 out of 12 victory points. I'm kind of using this opportunity to respond to comments because I haven't, up until this point, I haven't really had any since I've sort of, I have to record in advance. That's how I have to do it. It's the only way I can make a consistent release schedule with my life. So it is what it is. And some of you guys said, the balance of the planes is fine because these planes suck. So as you get to the mid game and late game, you shouldn't have these planes on your base anyway. And I agree. That's why they're free. There is a little bit of an exploit, kind of, in that if these planes sit out and the airstrikes that come by destroy these planes, when we replace the plane, if I replace it with a Gladiator, I get a free pilot, right? Because the plane's destroyed, the pilot's still here. I replace the plane, the pilot comes with it, ergo, I got an extra pilot. So that's pretty nice. And having extra pilots is great because then if there's one that has a mental condition of some kind, you can just send a different pilot on the plane on the mission, right? And that's very good too. So now we have backups, basically. We have more... Oh, everybody's happy. Look at this. Everybody's happy. I must be doing something right if everybody's happy. Just saying. Oh, right. doing something right. Right. Okay. So on the HQ menu, got everything good. We have 1 day till the shipment. More comments. Okay. There is no indicator at all on these things that say how many spaces in the truck that they occupy. Okay. Until you try to drag them in. I feel like that should be a thing. Maybe a little 4 up here for the radio tower, for example. That said, the radio tower, I'm told by you guys, is great at getting advanced notice on airstrikes so that your guys can be in position ready to respond with anti-air before the plane gets there. Sounds great. We're going to bring that over here, and I'm going to do that. And then I think instead of fuel, I'm going to grab more metal because I want to make more hangars. So we're going to grab more metal and a big old radio tower. And that's what we're going to have for our next shipment. It's not a huge thing, but if the radio tower does that, if that helps me, then fantastic. I still don't know how to get electronics. I feel like I should have that. Oh, you're not even doing anything. Make metal. Do we need machinery? What do we have for machinery right now? 1. Okay, you know what? You should make machinery instead. Make machinery and do it till the base has, let's say, 20. That'll be a machinery station. You're pretty much only focusing on this, and it's a constant repetitive task, so I'm going to take that off. And then we'll have this one be a machinery task, and then we'll only have that running if we don't have enough. So now somebody's going to come over there and do that. I feel like, and I may be wrong, but I feel like these stations, they work the best when you have 1 task per station, is essentially how I'm feeling right now. They work the best that way. So I'm kind of trying to do that. We're going to need more trees, man. Just don't have enough trees. It looks like they're trying to grow. Like, try to grow again. But, yeah, I'm thinking we need to cut those down, Let's do some deforestation over there. I'll cut some more over here, I guess, too. And then all of this wheat could be harvested, I guess. That'd be good for our food supplies, probably. So I'll mark all that stuff for harvesting as well. And then over here, how's this roof going? 103. I need to tell people to do this. Otherwise, they won't do it. And I know it says more planes possible. That's true. We have 8 out of 12 victory points. So I don't have any spaces available, though. And I wanted to not build spaces over here. I wanted to build them over here. And it's not really working out. So tell you what, why don't we start with our medium parking space. And what I'm hoping to do here is have 2 medium parking spaces. I'd like them to be here and here. Just leave a little bit of a gap right here like that. Maybe a third. I just want the post between them. So it's going to be like this. Yeah. Okay. So we do something like that. Let's not do that one first, but we'll just focus on one at a time here. So we'll get that done. And then, you know, our big plane here, the Bristol Blenheim, that can come over here and work on this one. Or I can just order another one of these things. That's fine too. And then I want to start, again, getting another hangar going. It's 190 metal left on the base, though. So I already don't have enough for this one. I probably should just wait. I should wait on protecting it with a hangar until I have the resources to do so. There's a lot of people just standing around, right? They're all pilots. They got nothing to do. They're very happy. They got lots of energy, nothing to do. How the priority system works, right? We need to give them something to do. So I'm going to say, you guys are going to build things. Ian, you're going to cook things. If you got nothing to do, you can cook. Okay? I'm going to say you're building. Let's go crafting and crafting. This pilot builds. If nothing builds, you can cook. And you're crafting, building. I'll have you cook as well. I want to make sure that we really have enough meals. So this pilot, why don't we have you... See, we have somebody working on meals right there. Why don't we have you go ahead and... purified water. No, I want somebody to come over here and... I guess I just stock the kitchen. Is there anything else left? Bring resources. I can't have you bring resources to this. Somebody bring resources to this. We have apparently have 185 metal. Somebody should be bringing it over there. I was hoping anyway. There's some more raw water. So I think we need more of that too, right? That was the other comment that I had, is like, I don't have enough raw water. So I want to go, let's say, is it outside? Water pump. Another water pump. We can put another water pump maybe behind the kitchen over here. Maybe we can put a water pump over by the fuel. So when we go to make more, you know, we could put a water pump like right next to the fuel. That's cool too. All right, so we'll get started on those two projects. They should be able to build them today. I think we have all the resources necessary for that. Looks like they're already going to hammer away at that one. Done. Oh, they went to leisure time right before. It's their afternoon leisure time. I still have that on the schedule. I think maybe we don't need a full hour, a full 2 hours though, because they're in such a good mood. So I'll just give them a 1 hour break. It's enough time for most of them to get a bite to eat and then go back to work. It's an hour lunch break. It's pretty good. I'm not sure what they do in the military, but I feel like that's enough. They built these really easily. Honestly, I think I'll have another one. Yeah. I'll have another one back here like that. Because that was actually built quite quickly. So that should give us a lot of raw water now. Brick, we don't have enough brick. He's making brick though. Yeah, we're making more brick now. Good. Okay, well, did we get that done? Not yet. It actually requires, that parking spot requires brick. So we're going to wait on that. But I have all the missions necessary completed, so the shipment will come in, and we're going to get a radio tower. So when the shipment comes in, we'll set that radio tower up somewhere. I don't know exactly where it'll go. I don't know how big it is. I'm thinking maybe right here, next to the kitchen, over by the bathrooms. Could be a good place. Also, I'm thinking about maybe getting another bathroom because, you know, we have a bigger base now. 2 toilets might not be enough. All right, let's build the radio tower. That's quite big, but I like this location for it, though. Yeah, I kind of like it right there. Maybe a little bit over. That way I can have another bathroom. Yeah, we'll put it like right here. So big old radio tower here is where we'll build that. And then the tarp, I want a tarp building next to this, just like that. We're going to put a doorway right here. And then outside, outdoors, we want the toilet. I'm going to put another one here. Let's make sure also that we get a roof on there. So that'll be like an extra outhouse there now too. All right, so with that being built, I need to figure out how to make electronics. How do I make electronics? How do I make electronics? I thought I already had this, but electronics workbench. Didn't I place this in here somewhere already? I know this is supposed to be like a big old cafeteria, but I'm going to make this a place that people can actually work to. I'm going to put an electronics workbench back here. I thought I'd built one of those already. And the fact that I haven't is a little bit frustrating. So I'm going to go ahead and do that because I need them for this. My espionage radio isn't built yet, and I need my espionage radio. So with this built now, I'm told anyway, this will give me advanced notice of planes coming in. I don't know if I have to have intel in order to have that work. So when this table is done, that takes a while to build, doesn't it? Wow. When that table is done, though, then we'll start working on that. We'll have electronics, and then hopefully we'll get, at some point, gosh, I really wish you guys would just build this floor. Hang on. Who's just standing around doing nothing? This pilot right here, you're just chilling. Can you bring resources for this floor, please? I know you're just, you're just a pilot, and you want to have. Please don't make me work. I get it, but yeah, bring the resources over here so that we can build this floor. Get all the raw water in there now. See, plenty of raw water now. How much we got now? 19. Yep. Only 9 purified water. I think they're just consuming it though. All right. First mission of the new month, or of the new week. Sorry. We need to attempt 5 missions with a 60% chance of success, or 60% success rate. That's how you say that. So I have 8 hours to respond. I could send them right now, and then they can come back and sleep. They're in really good moods. So if I send them right now, if I wait 8 hours, I mean, they get a little bit of sleep, you know? If I send them right now, maybe they don't need the sleep. What is this mission? It's a 5 to 25. It's a pretty easy one. It only takes 20 fuel. So if I send Duncan on this, it's a 98%. It's 1 pilot. Uncertain. So they could die, but it's 98% chance of success. So I'm gonna have 1 pilot go. If it's only 1 plane, then he's gonna go at night, and we don't need him to sleep right now. And then if he gets up grumpy, then we'll just have a different plane. No special occurrences. Arrived at scout point. Yeah, everything looks clear, he says. Okay. Come on back then. Simple mission, right? I mean, yeah, he didn't get any sleep last night. He worked all night, and now he wants to go to bed, and he won't be able to. I totally get it. Another comment, okay, is you said I can tell them to sleep. I can just say, hey, go to sleep. And then he can sleep during the day if I tell him to sleep and get his energy back, right? Now I want him to wake up, though. Can you stop? Stop doing what you're doing. Yes, wake up. All right, light fighter interception. Unsure. 5 to 25 seems pretty straightforward. We'll send the Spitfire. Sure. It's 98% with 1 plane. We'll send the Spitfire out there to wreck some heads. There he goes. So 2 easy missions, back to back. Gotta love it. They'll probably have more difficult ones soon. Okay, let's see this. So electronics, 3 metal goes into this, 1 electronic pops out. I'm gonna say do this until we have 5. That seems pretty straightforward. We only need 1 to complete the intel bench. So hopefully they'll do that as soon as that happens. Successful mission. There we go. I just want to see him. I just want to see him work. You know? There's an awful lot of people standing around doing nothing on this work during this work time. Wouldn't you say? We need to get them to do something. You know? We just need it. And there's a roof to build here. They're just not doing it. It's weird, right? There's a task to build. And building is like it's on everybody's schedule all the way to the left aside from plane maintenance. They should be building above everything else. We have 338 metal. Why you no build it? Look at all this metal sitting out in the open. Put it to work. What are you doing? Chatting. Don't chat. I can't tell them to send resources to here. I can't do this. It won't let me. Maybe I'm going to have to cancel it and rebuild it. I think that might be the solution here, unfortunately. Can I not cancel it either? What's going on? Destroy. Okay. Now they'll try to destroy it, I guess. Which is not what I want them to do, but, you know, whatever. If that's what it takes to get this to build, then we'll try again. So, once more, the roof goes right through here. Yep, like that. Okay, 455 metal. Somebody come over and build it, please. We have an officer hostage rescue mission coming in here. So we need maneuverability for this one. One of our high-ranking officers has been taken hostage, and we need to get him out. Seems like a pretty easy mission as well. The Spitfire could just go ahead and do that, but I think since Duncan just has some nice rest recently, we can put him in there. And we'll give him some support from the other Duncan. No, I'm not going to put him, the Bristol Blenheim on there. Maybe... Yeah, I think actually Lewis... I mean, you guys are very maneuverable, though, so that's 92%. with you two on the mission. An 80 fuel rating. We have plenty of fuel. Go for it. And we'll send you out there to do it now because you should maybe get back, I would think. You'd get back in time to get some sleep. See, now they'll build the roof. I just had to stop it and start it up again. Now they're going to build it. There's like 4 metal left to deliver here. That's crazy. Can you guys just deliver the metal? You there. Ian, who is just sitting there waiting. Bring resources for this. I couldn't click that before. Now I can. Bring that metal over here. No, Ian. Ian, don't do that. Bring the messes. Bring it here. Come on now. There you go. Now you can go to bed. Now this has all of it. It's just ready to build. Perfect. So with that done, we have only 1 metal left on the base. Excellent. No problems. I'm sure everything will be fine. Especially since we're in the middle of making our electronics. We got him and returned home safely. There you go. So that's a third. That's our 3rd success already. We're on a roll here. I mean, those are very easy missions. But yeah, the 3rd success already. Seems pretty good. And yeah, we can have more planes. Sure, more planes are totally possible. But I'd like them to be medium planes. And I'd like them to be in this new parking space and stuff. So I'd like to get another bomber. I think combat missions are where we really struggle. The other types of missions aren't so bad, but the combat missions are the ones we really struggle with. Okay, let me just check our food supplies. We have 85 food. How many meals? 5 meals. Nice. I'm not sure if we should have more. We have 9 purified water left. I'm wondering maybe I will add purified water to this list over here just in case. And then the cans, we're only seeing this. Maybe we could start by making more. We could start making more food rations. Until we have 20, I suppose. But the ammunition is going to be the main thing. I want to have at least 30 rounds. And we do have a bunch of ammunition in here. Which is properly stored, so not degrading at all. Good. This desk is where we make our ammunition now. All right. And I think maybe we'll even pump this up to 50. I'm not sure why we'd need 50. Let's go 40. Making plane bombs seems interesting. Takes 20 metal to make a single bomb. 10 metal to make 10 anti-air ammo. 2 metal to make gun ammo. Maybe we should do that too. So how about we'll do this 30 times as well. So this will just be like an ammo dump. Maybe we'll put gun ammo in here too. But that should mean that this canning place no longer needs to do that. So this is all dedicated to food now, which is what I originally wanted it to be. And we can bump the requirements to 40. Now our intel bench is finally getting done. Excellent. And this roof is completed now. Seems good. I can hide it now. Excellent. And now it's time for the rest of it. So this is, again, exposed to the sky right now. But if we were to make a new one over here, which is what I'd like to do right now with our non-existent metal. We don't have enough metal, but maybe we'll go into the shipment. Yeah, and again, I just want to reiterate, if you don't have all your spaces, there's like nothing about this that tells you why you can't add it. So like I've had that, how does he not know this? He played the demo, never got this far. And on the things I dragged in, it wasn't working because there wasn't enough spaces available. That's why. Should I have another anti-aircraft gun? I'm thinking probably yes. Why don't we add 2 more stacks of metal here, and then we will probably put the anti-aircraft gun on the other 3 slots. That way we can really take down some planes. I want to take them down. I think it'd be nice is if you shoot down a plane and it crashes on the map over here somewhere, that you can go and harvest the metal from that plane. And any intel, ooh, that'd be cool, huh? They have enemy information. So we can produce intel. I don't know what good it is, but I'm going to make it to where we do it until there's 20. And now he's there. Now he's doing this stuff, right? Officer Cadet Ian Hodkinson. He's making, I don't know function intel serves yet, but he's making it. And we got that radio tower, which is nice too. So we have almost, I mean, I have enough for this. I should maybe get this plane. The Avro Lancaster, this is the size 3 parking space. It just needs a size 4 runway. All this additional crew. So good. Such a good bomber, though. Yeah. About that bigger runway idea. How do we go about expanding it? If I do this, construction blocked. So if I do, hold on, let's see how this works. If I do this, so it's saying tier 3, but I can't tell if it's going to add on to the existing one, right? Like somebody said I can add on, but I don't know how that actually works because there's no indication, again, that this is actually adding on to the other runway. It actually just tells me that the construction is blocked, which is why I was going to make this one the tier 5, and the big plane is off of this runway. That's why this one was like that. But there's so much resources to do that, man. If I make this steel tarmac, like how much resources is it going to take to do that? It's probably incredibly expensive. I'll mark it as a steel tarmac so we could just have a tier 5. Oh. Oh. The radio tower. I can finally hear a siren. I can finally hear one. I wasn't able to hear that before. So we know the plane is coming ahead of time now? Is that what this is? And we're ready to shoot it? I guess so. I think so. This one has about 12 hours to respond to it, so I can do this after they sleep. I want to see if the big plane comes in and attacks me. There it goes. Oncoming attack. Now we have, looks like 2 planes maybe? Looks like there's a bomber as well. Oh boy. You're definitely going to need another AA gun. Okay, let's see what we get here. I have anti-air now. Get it. Shoot it. Why are you not shooting? What? Shoot it. We have ammo. It's visually loaded into the gun. Am I crazy here? Is there a reason you didn't shoot the plane? Why are you not shooting the plane? They did nothing. They did nothing. They did nothing. Guys, they did nothing. And nobody was in there, which is crazy. But like, they did nothing. Why did you not shoot? There's 20 ammunition in here. 40 ammunition total on the base. It visually looks like there's ammo in here. I can't see any indication that there isn't ammo in the gun. There's nothing about this. Nothing about this UI tells me that there's no ammo in the gun. They're actually at the station, yet they did not shoot at any plane at all. Am I crazy here? Is somebody seeing something I'm not? To the inexperienced, which I am, everything should have looked like everything looked like it should just work. Like they were at the ready to shoot. And they just didn't. I have ammo. If you've been manned on this gun, you had time to prepare with the siren and everything. I don't think I could have done anything differently. I'll wait your feedback, chat. I'll wait your feedback on what I could have done differently about this, but I mean, I have the gun. It's right here. It's loaded. There are people sitting there. An hour and a half before the planes even showed up, we were at this gun ready to shoot. I thought, anyway. And now there's not enough beds because they were all destroyed by a suicide bomber. I'm very confused. I welcome your feedback. We have to fix this. Thankfully, I think nobody was in there. Which is kind of nuts, yeah, but nobody was in there. They're all hiding somewhere else. Still, lots of chaos. The roof is gone. There's lots of stuff to clean up. I have to remake a lot of beds, I think. Very weird. Very weird. Ugh. I don't know about that. Lots of fuel needed on this mission. None of the planes that are even fueled up to that level because they're not automatically doing it. It's like people are just standing around not doing things. It's not sure how to fix that. A lot of these planes have fuel. If they all have fuel. I mean, they all show that they have fuel. Every single one of them shows that they're fueled up. But the mission interface shows that they don't have a lot of fuel. I guess they need 120 though. That's why. They need a lot of fuel for this mission. Huh. I'd really like to know why they didn't shoot. I mean, it's one thing if they shoot and the plane still hits. That's fine, but they didn't shoot. We still have the same amount of ammo we had before the raid started. Okay, I'm gonna leave that here. Thanks for watching, everybody. I appreciate you. Hopefully you have more answers than I do. Hopefully you guys are smarter than I am and you can tell me why that is. Okay? Take care. Bye-bye.